Black Box Productions.
On my mama, just cause we was already talking about how Buck Jenner had hopped in T.I. issue, Tippy, and Curtisha business, I might as well ask y'all, had y'all seen the interview? Somebody sent it to my DM, good looking for that. Hip Hop Classics. It's alive. I don't be looking for this, y'all. I know it looked like I might be having a lot of commentary on certain subjects. I guess it's just because I was up on certain elements of certain subjects on certain individuals. Tip for sure, definitely. I just happen to have witnessed his testimony being online on my mama. When it happened back then, I wasn't looking for it. You know, just happened to watch it. I was one that was fully aware of the implications of his testimony in regards to the G code way back then. So I had my own studio. There was always a lot of people running in and out the studio. That was prime entertainment from where we were just sitting around. Just like used to watch Two Girls, One Cup or go to rotten.com. I was putting people up on Kimbo Slice. This was the time frame, the MySpace period. Another thing, when somebody come to the studio, once I done showed you Kimbo Slice, I done showed you Two Girl, One Cup. Oh, you just seen T.I. understand? Hell no, T.I. understand. Hell yeah. It used to be right there, bam, 45 minutes. We'd smoke, watch it, drink. Watch it come into court, walk past the suspect and all that, do his stuff. I can't believe you got so many people steady in the comments talking about he didn't point nobody out, he's not a rat. Like, they don't understand what it means to be on the prosecution team. That just blows my mind. Even after I explained it in detail, people still have a fondness for the tipster where, you know, they see it another way. But that don't matter, because he was on a thing with Fat Joe. I don't want to disrespect him, but in Spanish, is the J like silent? So maybe that'll be Fat Ho, because when you see Spanish, you see J.O. is Jose J.O. So, Fat Ho. So, because I think he got some Spanish in him. So, Fat Ho and Tippy on live talking, and the Crime Stopper commercial come up. And so, just because I happen to see what actually took place in the time when the Crime Stopper commercial came up, I happened to witness Tip being on the stand as a witness on behalf of prosecution and going live and keeping it to Google, facts over feelings, certain subjects come up. I seen him on the stand, like, what I'm supposed to do? Like, he say he stuck to the G code? Nah. Everybody hollering, Big Meech. You got people that really will make their statement on, well, Big Meech said, vouch for him, then he's solid, no matter what. And I ain't gonna lie, had I not seen the testimony with my own eyes, and I heard Big Meech say he was good without me knowing nothing else, at least in the back of my mind, I probably would have assumed Tip good. But it's sad to say, it could be Meech, it could be, I don't give a who it is. Can't nobody tell me that Tip did not cooperate as a prosecution witness and testify. Look, check this out, y'all. The prosecution is not going to just invite anybody in court to represent them in a murder trial. If they haven't already pre-heard what you're going to say and appreciate your testimony because it's going to help them achieve a conviction, they're not going to invite you. So, you know, I don't know how many different ways got to point it out for y'all to see it. But he on there with Fat Ho trying to justify the Crime Stoppers commercial, and then he get to making a statement that, oh, if you gonna rat, I can't make you rat. You was gonna rat anyway, as if his influence of making any type of statement to the public is void. I'm like, wow. So then he still said, I'm the voice of the people within the same statement. I am a part of the people. I expeditiously passionately decline you as a representative of the people on my behalf. You don't represent me. You can't be the voice of the people. You're too contradictory. You might as well just denounce the G code. He keeps forming this question I have never told the police anything to get anybody in trouble. Man, you gave 45 minutes of corroborating testimony that landed somebody in a lot of trouble. Even if you say, hey, I can't say that this guy you have in court is the dude that did this. Check me out, y'all. They already got that part of the information. Whoever saw the guy get in that van, it was confirming he was already in that van, they got that part wrapped up. Now, we need the jury not to also hear from whoever told them who was in the van. We need this superstar, this influential person to get up here and say what that van did right after these occupants got in it. That's plenty, and he added all that information. That's plenty information added to say, what have you ever said to get somebody in trouble? On my mama. And it's crazy to me how the boy Fat Ho on there just like somewhat, I wouldn't say mediating, but he's questioning Tip about Curtisha and what they got going on, as if he's a neutral party and he respects both these gentlemen equally, as if him and Fat Ho done sold his soul. All the character slandering things he said about Curtisha over the years, and for him now to be bosom buddies with him, that means you have to swallow your morals. It wasn't even about no beef over no issues. Whatever it was, you went on a character assassination campaign and swore to death that there were certain things true about Curtisha that either if you were lying then, you a clown, or if you didn't swallow that and now can find yourself friendly toward him, you a clown. Either or. And so the soul on my mama. They on there debating whether or not the South and New York, or if New York in general in hip hop has ever hated on the South in general. And Tip was telling his testimony, and he used the term testimony, blew my mind. Then he said, I don't want to tiptoe around the subject. I'm like, dang, I know it's 2 seconds after he uses those terms, he like get a ring in his ear. Oh, blah, 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 blah. But they debating, Tip telling his testimony as being a young person, as a child growing up. I guess his father lived in New York, and he lived in the South. So he said he would go to New York often. And he just used to be like a fly on the wall in a lot of studio sessions, a lot of rooms, and get a general idea how New York cats look down on down South cats. And Fat Ho is sitting there for the most part debating with him, trying to act like he don't see where Tip is coming from. I'm like, when do these dudes decide they ever gonna keep it to Google? This nigga Fat Ho trying to talk about how often he was playing down south music. I know for myself, not only down south, but even on the west, New York in general, as a culture, hip hop wise, used to turn their nose up toward other regions. On my mama. But no matter what example Tip threw up, that Fat Ho about an example of somebody who got hated on, who had to go extra hard for their spot, Fat Ho would say he loved them. He's been loving them, always used to bump them. And Tip jumped on, he brought Jay-Z into the subject, jumped all on Jay-Z. Tip talking about, I talked to Hov. He said that ain't what it is, it's just the backpack rappers that feel that way. So just knowing that Tip trying to rationalize the Crime Stopper commercial, was comfortable getting on the stand for the prosecution, knowing that Miss Perez did similar type of activities. He called Jay-Z and bring his name up in the subject. Glad he ain't bringing Big Meech up no more. Somebody who is like basically smutless and stainless as far as the G code in the public. Quit throwing him under the bus to try to clean up your foulness, because he obviously wasn't aware of how you sat on that stand and told everything. But it's crazy to be, and then all in the all, Tip trying to bring it back to my catalog is doper than Curtis. You already got on live with your boy K-Dub and said y'all got pressed about pistols, and here you are still trying to go catalogity though. Then talking about he was just growing up, going to New York, and then he'd just make it sound like anybody said anything disrespectful, he was in their mouth. Why all of a sudden he calling everybody out to like physical combat and altercations and trying to prove he tough? I don't get it. On my mama sound like a man guilty of something. You got all these millions, and you an activist and all this, super, you the king, and you out here debating and arguing with peasants. Trying to clear your name. Then he always quick. He got to saying his prison number. Just giving his prison number as if we want to check on what his status is with his snitchuation. His prison number is gonna prove it all. When his boy K-Dub brought up paperwork party, a term that he popularized, he didn't want to expound on it then, knowing that these days paper is becoming an extinct tool. We are moving toward a paperless, if we're not even currently in a paperless society, and everything is digital. He was ahead of the time, because his testimony, the paperwork party, is perfect for a current paperwork party, because paper is being eliminated and everything is digital. And the testimony that I saw was in high definition digital quality, and he had it eliminated. So he's keep crying his prison number. Won't you just upload that testimony, or just make the transcripts readily available from that testimony instead of challenging everybody else to go find them? You speaking on it publicly. It's not like you saying if you want to know about it, go see about it. You keep explaining around it, told the whole story about how he was normally buying guns from his bodyguard and stashed them in his secret spot in his house, how they usually fresh in a box, how this one day, he went and told all the whole little get out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my mama. Then he told about how they told him you got to do a commercial for the deal, or you facing 30 years, and then I didn't want to do a commercial. I ain't doing no commercial. But somehow he skipping through the story. He ended up doing the commercial in the end. At first they wanted him to do the Crime Stopper commercials in front of some police, and he act like he was a G, because he told them, I ain't doing it with no police. Although he stand up there in front of the police with the police and say, don't burn down Wakanda. Oh, man.
We getting rich off beats.
Short fuse with the long clip. Think I'ma slip, you fucking with the wrong crib. End of the road, part of the journey. Get up off that gurney, gotta call the attorney. Time is money, mine kinda expensive. You can find me minding my business. Love blind, I see y'all hate me. Sleep with one eye open, heat off safety. Smoking medicated dope in my own lane. Sophisticated scope with the long aim. On one, out here hitting corners. On us, better act like you know, cuz I'm in a function by myself, with numbers, some stuffed inside my belt. Same old loc with a bit more money. So run me my dough and get demo dummy on
demonstrations. Let a nigga try to trip right now. I got situations, baby. Said a nigga doing demonstrations. Beat the box on the bitch like it needed an initiation.
Hey, you know what else keep tripping me out? T.I. on camera now talking about anybody who say I'm a rat, when you see me, knock my head off, knock my face off if I'm a rat. Not realizing that the fact that we already seen you bro what kind of trap you trying to invite somebody into, my dig? We done already seen you get tough in the club, somebody try you on some G stuff. Get down the street, it get all the way funky. They peel your people's cap back. And all that toughness you started with in the venue, you ended up on the stand for 45 minutes giving testimony of details of the crimes that were committed. And now you running around hollering in front of everybody that you ain't no rat. So if you feel like you can get attacked by somebody you just got into it with after you done talk tough, like you talking tough now, and then it can lead to certain things to where your people, remember how you said you and anybody you love against anybody they love. So, yo talking tough like it did in the venue and how you doing now could lead to you and anybody you love getting into it with them and anybody they love. And it so happened one of your loved ones, end up getting puked because you know how tough you talking. You talking real tough, how you just bringing it. You saying you inviting people to get in your face and get violent. And you said y'all going to war. So you saying it's all in the game. You can end up, after all that, you can end up because of your loved one, Pop, Mama and them again. And because you high profile, they going to be talking about millions and talking about 20 years. You could once again end up on the stand on the behalf of the prosecution, telling everything. Man, and you then you want to invite somebody into some funk. Man, what kind of game are you playing, bro? Man, that's a 41 fakery, 52, 97 fakery if I ever seen one. If that ain't the most goofiest thing I ever heard, if you don't go sit down somewhere expeditiously, that bull, oh my mama.
Snitchwood and that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.